I'm just looking at the Seiko SARB033 and Chrono 24.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are going for like 700 quid.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not joking, man.
That is crazy.
Do you think I should sell mine?
Why not?
Here we go.
Hi guys, welcome back to Lug to Lug, the YouTube channel where two mates talk about watches.
Hi guys.
Before we get started, we'd just like to say thank you to those who have liked, subscribed and commented on our videos so far. We've only uploaded 3 videos so far, but already the engagement is good. So thank you for the support, and we hope that you continue to support us and help our channel grow.
Yeah, thanks a lot guys, it means a lot. And this week we're going to be reviewing one of Ben's watches, which, as you may have guessed from the intro, is a certain Seiko, which gets a lot of love in the watch community.
It does, yeah. It's the Seiko SARB033. So I've had this watch probably for about 18 months now. It's a watch that has been discontinued, and since it's been discontinued, the popularity and demand for it has gone up. And there's a few reasons why that is. And today we're going to be talking about what makes this watch a very good entry-level automatic piece.
But before we get into that, let's just do a very quick wrist check. So we're both wearing unseen watches for this channel. So I'm wearing my Casio F91W, which I think is another...
Who got you that?
One of my mates, I can't remember who.
Wasn't it Joe?
That was you.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
it was, yeah, for your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a nice surprise.
It was, lovely surprise. And again, another watch that gets a lot of love on the Instagram community.
Yeah.
I think Watch Gringa is always talking about this one, isn't she?
Yeah, she loves a quartz.
And then what are you wearing? This is an interesting one.
Yeah, so I'm wearing the vintage Omega Seamaster. Now, this is my great uncle's watch. He's a watch collector, and he's let me borrow it for a few months. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a decent watch.
Yeah.
It's a very 1970s vibe kind of watch, very slim profile. But yeah, it's really nice to wear.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. It really, when you walked in, it really caught my eye actually. The light plays in it really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we won't talk about that one too much. Probably another video if you guys are interested. Let us know if you want to see a vintage Omega review. But yeah, let's get on with the Seiko then.
Yeah.
So I guess what the question that we normally start with is, why you bought the watch, how did it come about? Was there anything else you were looking at the time? Yeah. How did you choose her? Is the question basically, Ben?
We always refer to them as girls, don't we?
Yeah, like ships.
Yeah. So yes, maybe 2 years ago, I had a Seiko solar watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you've seen it before. It's a very big watch, and I wanted to delve into the automatic arena, should we say?
Yeah. I think everyone gets curious, don't they?
Yeah. And I was just doing the usual Googling, watching YouTube videos for an entry-level automatic, and time again the Seiko SARB033 was coming up on my suggestions.
Yeah.
Alongside the Tissot Visodate as well. Which,
okay.
Yeah, it was like a toss-up between those two as to what was the most popular at that price. But I went for the Seiko just because of basically like the finishing for the price. Compared to the Visodate, there's so much more going on with the watch.
Yeah.
All the reviews on YouTube were basically just saying a lot of good stuff about it.
Yeah.
And it just looked so good in a lot of the videos. Like there wasn't one video where it didn't look nice.
Yeah.
Whereas in some of the Tissot videos, I was just thinking, it's not quite getting me.
Yeah. I guess
so
that's like a classic, the classic Switzerland versus Japan conundrum, I guess. When you go into that entry level, you've got probably a couple of Swiss brands that you could go for. Tissot's probably one of the main ones. Yeah. And then Seiko is the Japanese one. Like, did that, like, obviously you had a Seiko before, but was there part of you that was like, I prefer a Swiss, or did you not really care much?
Not really, no. Yeah, I think at that price point, I mean, we're talking sub £500. This is like a £350 watch.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah. But yeah, at the time it was around 350. But yeah, I wasn't really considering whether to get a Swiss piece or a Japanese piece. I went for that Seiko just because it looked so nice for the price.
Yeah.
And I think you get a lot of watch for that money as well.
Yeah.
Compared to perhaps some of the Tissot's.
Yeah. And what are so if you had to say like the main things that you like about the watch, like what are the kind of big selling points? If you were trying to sell this to someone,
I'm not. I mean, who knows? Who knows? If the prices continue to go up, I might well be. The first thing that drew me to the Seiko was the dial. I think I was immediately drawn to the level of detail. You get applied indices, you get an applied logo, you get a very nicely finished date window. It's the Dauphine hands. I think that's such a nice kind of additional quality to the dial on a watch at this price point. The second hand, you've got the needle thread, which I think complements the dial very well.
Yeah. Can I have a look at the?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it is. It definitely is finished. Like I guess it's the level of different finishes as well, like the kind of polishing and the brushed and the stepping on the sides of the case, and then the very polished bezel. Yeah,
I mean, I personally think that it's a watch that could easily pass for perhaps probably twice its original price.
Yeah,
and people still probably wouldn't kind of argue with that.
If it was Swiss, I think it would be. It would be more.
Yeah, I think you're quite right there. I'm a sucker for a watch that plays well in the light.
Yeah.
And this Seiko does. It is an absolute delight to look at in natural lighting. The black, it's very iridescent. I mean, lower lighting, it's very kind of dark, and in natural lighting, the dial looks a lot more kind of shiny.
What are the dimensions on this then? Because to me it looks quite small. Like, do you feel like does it wear small or?
Yeah, it does wear small. You have to remember I was coming from a 44mm diver watch.
A monster.
An absolute monster from Seiko. And so when I first got this watch, it did take me like a few days to kind of get used to the size. And then I started to really like the fact that it was quite small.
Yeah.
It's quite understated.
It's quite thin. I guess you can kind of see it a bit there. It's got a very flat crystal. I think it's also quite nice that it has the display case back, especially if you're
just getting into automatic watches.
Yeah.
I think that's a home run for anyone that's kind of getting into automatic timepieces.
For sure.
I think it has to be said that that's partly why we go for automatic watches. Those with an exhibition case back, you can kind of look at the workings and the mechanics behind your watch. It's a very kind of utilitarian exhibition case back. There's not really much to look at, I would say, as someone just getting into the hobby, just appreciating the rotor, the jewels, and watching it actually, kind of working. I think someone getting into the hobby, they could look at that for a long time and not get bored.
Yeah, I guess the versatility is another one, because I've seen you. I mean, at the moment, it's not on the standard strap, is it? This is
no. So this is a strap from, or I should say, bracelet from Watch Gecko, which, if you haven't checked them out, they're actually quite a well-known supplier of straps and bracelets.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Again, not sponsored.
If you do want to sponsor us, let us know. We're happy to.
We are hoping for one at some point. Maybe not in the fourth video though. Watch Gecko. I think they're based in England. I think they're a British company, but they ship worldwide, and they have a very large selection of straps and bracelets for different watches.
Yeah.
I think, don't quote me, but I think this is the Kirkland bracelet, which was actually previewed on a Watch Gecko video on YouTube, which I actually watched before buying this Seiko.
Yeah.
And I knew immediately I wanted to swap out the stock bracelet for this bracelet.
Yeah. It's kind of it's like a Jubilee almost, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Jubilee style bracelet.
But it does look good on it.
It does, yeah.
But then I've also seen you wear it on a brown leather strap, and again it looks really good. So I guess that's another plus point, right? If you're just getting into the hobby.
Yeah, the Seiko SARB is known for being Shall I say it?
Yeah, go on.
Strap monster. Due to its 20mm lug width. And yeah, it does look good on a number of different straps and bracelets. And it's always good to change up your watch from time to time. The different bracelet straps are quite powerful. It can completely transform how your watch feels and how you feel wearing it as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And if you, I mean, very positive then, I guess. Really, is there any
negative? Positives at the moment.
Yeah. Is there any negative for this one? Like if you had to, I mean, I guess it's always hard to judge a watch it's such good value for money.
Yeah.
But if you had to nitpick, is there anything?
I mean, there's still features. I mean, that we haven't talked about, like the sapphire crystal on the front.
Yeah.
That leads me on actually to the perhaps one negative. It's hardlex crystal on the back.
Okay.
So that's a proprietary crystal by Seiko. It's still meant to be hard wearing and highly scratch resistant, but it's not sapphire. So if I'm being picky, probably I'd want a sapphire sandwich. But do you know what? There are no scuffs or scratches to the back of my case.
No, it looks perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Yeah. In terms of the movement, it's a 6R15D, which is a very reliable movement from Seiko. And in terms of accuracy, this actually runs a lot more accurate than my Oris Aquas.
Really?
Yeah, it runs. Yeah, and that's a Solita SW200 base, I think.
Yeah.
It probably loses 2 or 3 seconds every few days. It's very accurate.
Wow.
But I think I've got lucky with this one because I've seen online that some people's movements in the SARB have fluctuated quite significantly from my accuracy. But yeah, for me this has been a great movement. It works very well.
Well, there we go. I mean, you love it.
I do love it.
But I think it's interesting now that the price of this has risen so much to have a look have a look at what else someone could get for this amount of money. Yeah. So maybe let's have a quick look on Chrono 24.
Good shout.
Again, not sponsored. So let's put in how much would you say that this is now selling for on Chrono 24 roughly?
Well, I know how much.
Okay, how much is this now selling for on Chrono 24?
Yeah, so this is now selling on Chrono 24 for about anywhere from £500 to £700.
Okay, so
I've seen some prices up at like £1,000 for a brand new old stock Seiko SARB033.
So let's say 700 then, just to give ourselves a bit to play with. Yeah. So what brand could we have a look at? Let's try Tissot as one of the other brands that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And we'll scroll down, we'll filter, and we'll put in where is price? Here it is. We'll put in a maximum price of £700. Let's just apply that filter, and we'll leave it as sorted by relevance. And let's just have a look at what you can get for that. So you can get, well, pretty much anything it looks like by Tissot for that much money. None of these are
we've got vintage watches.
None of these
nothing's
are
really jumping out
appealing
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so basically nothing from Tissot that you'd trade for this. Something like a Gentleman, I guess, could be a good one. There we go, Gentleman Powermatic
80
from the US, but it's £400 basically.
Yeah.
So that gives us a bit of a benchmark.
Let's step it up again. Let's try a Longines.
Yeah, let's try a Longines. Step it up a bit. Filter. We've still got that filter. That's good. £700. Wow, these are some interesting looking pieces. That could be alright. A Longines Conquest. Is it automatic? Yeah. Okay, so we could get an automatic Longines Conquest. Quite handsome looking.
Yeah.
Something like that, I guess, then, is the type of arena that this watch is now playing in.
Yeah.
Which is quite crazy in some ways. Let's just put an Omega as a. There might be something vintage on here for that much money.
Constellation
put in
400.
Put in the filter again on price. We don't want 200k. Put in that 700 and apply.
Yeah, lots of vintage Omega immediately.
You could get a nice Omega dress watch. Some of these are quite cool looking actually, aren't they? Something like that would be a lovely little dress watch.
Lovely dress watch, yeah. Yeah.
This is quite cool.
Ah, okay, that's quite,
It's not bad looking. Anyway, so that's interesting, I guess, to put it into context.
Yeah. And I think that's the reason why the price has obviously gone up is because it's now a discontinued watch. So So there is only there's only a limited supply circulating now, and people want this watch, I think.
Yeah.
So people are willing to pay a little bit more for it. I think it's justified.
Yeah.
Probably I wouldn't personally pay for this now more than £700.
Yeah,
I don't think.
probably not.
£1,000 I think is probably a bit too much. I
Yeah.
would say, because then you're basically entering like entry level Swiss luxury brands, Oris, Longines,
Almost, yeah.
potentially. And I would say at that point it's probably sensible to look at those brands than Seiko.
Yeah. So in summary, I guess, great watch, potentially slightly overhyped now, to the point where the prices are getting a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you could draw the line at it. Going for £700, I think people would be prepared to pay that. But
yeah,
£800, £900, £1,000, I think I think that's too much. You're asking for too much there. But all in all, it is a fantastic entry-level automatic watch from Seiko, who are incredibly established, lots of horological history from Japan. It's a great watch, and who knows, you may see it on Chrono 24 soon. Anyway,
thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe, and if you have any questions for us, as ever, please leave a comment and we'll be happy to respond. But until next time, we've been Lug to Lug, and thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Bye.